In my role as the FCRC coordinator, I'm basically here to be a hub of support. The most common needs are really around basic family needs that a lot of us are fortunate to take for granted. But when you work in a community-focused organization like Vancouver Schools, you realize not everyone has access to some of those very basic needs.
We want to make sure okay, what do you need to be successful here at school? And then we provide that. So we provide clothes, school supplies, probably utilities assistance, food boxes.
Some kids really are worried about where their dinner's going to come from, or even if they're going to have dinner, or where they're going to be sleeping next week because of housing instability issues. When you're worried about where you're going to be sleeping next week, it's really, really difficult to be focused on finishing that writing assignment, turning it in on time, and benefiting from the learning that's available in the classroom. Really, a lot of my focus is on supporting the students and their families and our community partners so that we're creating a highly engaged community school environment here that goes beyond just teaching and learning in the classroom, but looks to support the health and well-being of whole students, whole families, and therefore whole communities.
At Washington Elementary School, we're super lucky because we are a true community neighborhood school. We don't have buses that come to the school. All of our kids walk. I am lucky in the fact that before and after school is a great time to just go out and talk with families, see how things are going, see if there's any way that we can provide assistance. We really see, and I think our families see, Washington Elementary as the hub of our neighborhood and our community here. Families are always at the school. I don't think there's been a single time, whether it is before school, after school, or on the weekend, that I have not seen people out and about around the school. I think it makes a family comfortable if they know that there is a place that they know somebody and that they can find an answer.
A lot of my students have either made comments about, as soon as I finish high school, I'm gonna start working so I can provide support. And that's an opportunity for us to say, okay, that's great. I'm glad that you care and that you're gonna support your family, but let's think about you and the ways that you can have long-term goals that will be more beneficial for you and your families, which is college or careers or other options. A lot of students feel the pressure that perhaps their parents are unable to provide food or unable to pay rent, so they take on the lead and say, okay, I'm gonna start working, or I don't want to come to school, I'd rather start working right now. And it's having those conversations about, this is why education is important, and if you complete your high school, then you have more options versus not having the diploma.
It's not coincidental that we are called the Family and Community Resource Center. When we boil it down, it is about resources. And I don't just mean immediate resources like a bag of food to help you get through the weekend, but I mean resources that have long-term, impactful changes on people. By doing whatever it is, however big or how small, however short-term or however long-term it is that we're doing, all of that has a positive impact on our entire community. And with a minor investment in resources for that, the return is endless. It lasts not only tomorrow and next week, but it truly lasts for lifetimes and indeed generations.